Here, Pisces, Healing Grasshopper, here to do a bonus reading for you for September. So, for the past handful of months, Spirit has not been doing any advice cards. um, Not my own decision. This was Spirit's decision. I think it has something to do with the fact that the energy is changing and the messages are kind of pretty straight and direct. Um, and I can't really it's hard for me to put into words why, but it's like they don't feel that advice cards really fit in with the messages that they've been giving you, that the advice is built into the readings and that these aren't necessary pretty much. So I figured for fun, since we haven't been using these cards in a while, we would do bonuses focusing on the advice cards. So, Spirit chose two from two different decks. We have Answer is Simple and we've got Sacred Destiny here. So, the first one from the Answer is Simple is call your spirit home. So, let's. All right, got it marked. Okay. Call your spirit home. Are you growing tired of the same old blah, blah, blah of disinterest that your ego mind comes up with whenever you get a whiff of inspiration? Are you tired of the same dreary arrangement of self denial, insecurity, and boredom that you come home to at any end, at the end of every hard day at work? You feel this lack of inspiration because your joyful spirit has been living outside of your body and your home. Your ego has taken over and pushed it out the door. It's time to call your spirit back. Start by creating an atmosphere that appeals to it. It abhors darkness, chaos, dreariness, and carelessness. Is your living space inviting to your spirit? Your spirit is holy and requires a place of peace and serenity to dwell in. Invite it to come home by cleaning up your resistance and airing out the olds. If your home is cluttered, dusty, falling apart, and just plain ugly, it is not appealing to your spirit. Clean up and clear out the debris to attract your spirit once again. Hire help to do so if you're overwhelmed. Take pride in your space and make it beautiful. And simplify. If you own less, you'll worry about less. You'll worry about less. Your spirit is content in a quiet, clean, and uncluttered space. Make yours a place truly worthy of your spirit, and it will return. Light a candle, say a prayer, and call it home. You know that you've succeeded because you'll feel inspired and happy to be home in every sense of the word. Okay? So this goes very well with the changing of paradigm, which we're all doing, not just you, Pisces, the entire collective is. We're all switching paradigms in different ways in different areas of our lives. Um, but let's just say that our lives are going to, in the next 20 years, are going to be looking a lot different than they did for the past 20 years because Pluto was in Capricorn for the past 20 years, which was somewhat of a destructive energy. And now we have Pluto in Aquarius, which is constructive um, to a degree and is heading you towards ascension. So this would be important, right? Feeding your soul so that it has fuel to move forward. So, and calling forth your spirit to be more involved, um, where our egos were calling the shots in the past 20 years, which makes sense, right? We're more in our root chakras when we're in difficult times. So we're no longer, or we're emerging from that difficult time. So um, we are not just surviving now, we are thriving. And we need our spirit to take us there to our best lives. Um, so the second card is flow. And it says meandering river. A meandering river is a waterway that curves, bends, and turns and seems to swing side to side as it flows forward. Viewed from above, it looks sinuous and even snake-like. Meandering rivers are dynamic as they wind their way across valley floors and bring life-giving sediment to new habitats. The word meander is derived from the ancient Meander River, which flows into the Aegean Sea. The Greeks created symbols for meander that have been the word meander that have been described as some of the most important symbols for the ancient Greek culture. They represented the fluid movement of water and the eternal flow of life. The twisting patterns were also thought to represent the serpent, which was a symbol of healing. Hence, our present day symbol for doctors is the caduceus. The sacred landscape wants you to know there are times to hold on tight to the shore, and there are times to enter the flow. Notice where life is going and move in that direction. Watch for signs and follow them. Don't resist. When you go with the flow, your life force expands and healing on all levels abounds. This is also the time to release old limiting patterns, forgive, and let go of the need to be right about your beliefs. If you aren't feeling the smooth current of life, it might mean that you're being self critical or judgmental. When you enter the flow with gratitude and love, you will find blessings surrounding you. You will enter into a state of grace and healing will abound. Okay? So that's what we're moving into, guys, healing after difficulty. Isn't that nice? You know, it's a sound for sore ears, I'm sure. Queen of Swords. See, that fits very well with Call Your Spirits home, right? Sonia Choquette was talking about from the Answer a Simple deck, talking about getting rid of clutter and, tidying up the house and making your surroundings more visually pleasing, which kind of changes your mindset. So here is Queen of Swords. She is here to tidy things up for you, or at least lend you that energy. Devil card ours is ours. Next card, yeah? Okay, the devil. The Ten of Cups. Strength. One more, please. This our card? No. Let's have one more for that spirit. The lovers. Okay. Cleaning up of bad habits will bring you well-being. You must have strength here in your relationships. Okay. We've got these two on the other end too. The Queen of Swords is definitely corresponding with the Lover's card as well here, right? So this removal of bad habits is in every area of your life. You should be taking a flashlight to every dark corner of your life. You know, it's more than the cleaning up of your home, which absolutely sure, but it's more than that. Who have you let stick around in your life that, they still get on your nerves? They don't uplift you, they irritate you. They throw you backhanded compliments. They like to laugh at your expense. They're not there for you in the way you're there for them. All those things. Those are the type of people that kind of hide in plain sight in our lives that Queen of Swords is shedding light on. And one by one, Queen of Swords in your life is like, let's see that. Are we keeping that? Nope. How about this? Nope. Shoo. You know, there are some things and people, situations that you need to remove from your life. Now, that's if you've been subscribed to me for a while and have been watching my videos, I don't think that's new to you. I've been talking about that because spirit brings it up often. And I understand good and well why, because the same thing has happened in my life. Where I can tell you for the past 20 years, I have been cutting many people, many situations, many habits, many things that don't serve me out of my life, but especially relationships, right? And there was one in particular that I considered an absolute staple in my life that I never dreamt would need to be removed. It just wasn't even a thought. And then something happened, and then Spirit was like, yeah, see, the Queen of Swords came out and was like, yeah, this one too, Grasshopper. And it was mind blowing to me at the time. I was like, no way, not this person. Yeah, this person. Okay. So this is very much what this is like. Like you need to take a closer look at your life because you may be missing some things that need to be removed. So the Seven of Swords, the Be Clever card. Work smarter, not harder card. These two cards together, Queen of Swords and Seven of Swords, is like nothing gets past you. This is absolute efficiency in your life. You're like, what's throwing a wrench in my mechanism here. What's slowing me down? Oh, I see. Chung, get rid of that. Ace of Swords, clarity. You see? The difficulty that you've been through, Pisces, okay, for the past 20 years is has made you much sharper. You have a new point of view on things, which is going to serve you well. What else we got? There. Page of Wands. This is you assessing what you're going to do to change and improve your life. You know, looking back to the past 20 years, not so fun. They sucked. You're ready to move on, ready to hop in your chariot and get the F out of Dodge, right? But where are we going to? What are we going to build? We need three more, Spirit. Gorgeous. Well, let's put those up here. All these ours? They're all ours. Feels like a lot. Oh, that's exactly what we need. Okay. Reversed. Okay. Oh, no. You've got two here. Both of these here. Okay. Four of Wands. And look at the way the Page of Wands is facing Four of Wands. This is the assessing of what you're going to do. This is the celebration after that effort, after execution here. Then we've got the Six of Swords that is moving away from difficulty, assessing the difficulty, Four of Swords. But here there's a little bit of mourning, which is fine. There are some difficult things that we've been through. Some of it was pretty painful. But we should not let that get in the way of our plans. Okay, let's get some clarification. Knight of Pentacles. Got some more cards first before we took the deck down. Yes. This ours too? They're all ours. Okay. Wait, sorry. No, no. I'm gonna do that many cards. Because I like diagonals. Good for you, Spirit. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. Things aren't going to happen overnight. So you're going to need to exercise patience. Two of Cups is attached to the Devil here. Bad habits in relationships, but this is more like there's harmony here. So this is saying turn away from toxicity. There's harmony out there for you. And the other thing that I was talking about, the staples that we have in our life that we don't dream uh, of removing, and then we're confronted with uh, the stark fact that they need to go. Um, Two of Cups here is like reminding you that you don't deserve the toxic relationships that you're in because I talked about this in another one of the videos. I don't know if it was you guys, but it's like last month that I was talking about, when we're young, that we don't realize that we don't need to tolerate toxicity in our lives. We just kind of tolerate it because we like to we like to collect friends. When you're young, there seems to be this importance. I know it was in my life of having the more friends you have, somehow the more worth in your life you had, the more status. Like, look at all the friends that I had. So part of that mentality was tolerating people in your life that really didn't belong there, right? So that's what this is talking about. Like those toxic people that don't belong in your life, don't hold on to them any longer because you don't deserve it. You don't need it in your life. You have much better for you waiting out there. You're just going to need to work towards it. You're going to need to move towards it. Two of Pentacles. In the middle of these cards here, these four cards here, we've got a working towards, because it works very well with the Page of Wands here, and strength. All of these work harmoniously with Two of Pentacles, where there's quite a bit you need to do, you know, literal tasks like the organizing of the house is one. The really assessing your relationships. What do I need to meditate more? Um, do I need to work on affirmations and eliminating false beliefs? Each one of these requires some amount of energy, right? And time. There are only so many hours in the day to accomplish things like that, right? So this is managing all of that and prioritizing it all and getting it done because you know that they're important and they're going to provide improvement for you and get you to this win here. The Fool. This is like the just do it card. You know, strength is be brave. The Lovers is also be brave in doing what you need to do to improve your relationships. And some of it, again, like we've been talking about, is elimination. Move towards uh, your well-being and your celebration of life. And this is like just getting the boat, right? And this is very much like the chariot. I always say with the chariot, this is spirit beeping at you, like beep, 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 just get in the car, let's go. This is the same kind of energy, but it's in water. So this is emotions. So this is moving on, moving towards emotional well being. So over here in our outcome, we've got Six of Pentacles, which is about generosity with oneself and others. Generosity in not beating yourself up. And if we lift up the Seven of Swords for a moment and pair it with the Five of Cups, it's like this guy here looking down at the Three Cups is saying all sorts of negative things to himself. Oh, that's woe is me. That's the world is ending. I'll never love again. No, who's gonna love me? I'm not lovable. I'm not worth it. All sorts of things. Like this card is like, stop that. Right? Um, Now, here we are with the Seven of Swords double down here. This is the being clever. But here we're being clever about cleaning up our lives, especially in our emotions, right? Because emotions can be very toxic things that really weigh us down and block us from getting to where we want to be. Because simply we're stagnant in it, right? We're just stuck there. He's stuck looking at these cups. He could very well turn around and be like, oh, look at these two cups here. I do have blessings. And then he would notice the bridge over to the castle. And, suddenly the world has opened up to him. So this is saying be clever about, your thoughts and where your emotion is flowing, right? So anyway, I think that this month is going to be a productive month and it's going to have quite a few revelations for you. Like, wow, I didn't think of, eliminating this thing or fixing this thing or I didn't realize that this needed attention in my life type of thing. Um, Hold on. So, um, yeah, productive month. You're moving towards better things. But first you're gonna need to take care of the garbage. Take out the garbage. you know? So I'm looking forward to hearing from you, Pisces, in the comment section. Um, Aside from what it does for me in the algorithm, it really does help my morale because being a YouTube content creator these days can be very discouraging. Um, so hearing from you guys really lifts my spirits. It inspires me to keep going. It makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself either. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I answer every single comment, so I'll see you in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. Um, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so that you don't miss any future videos. This is all very, very easy, quick gestures, costs you nothing, but really means the world to me and helps the channel grow. So I thank you in advance. If you're really inclined to helping this channel, what you can do is go into the playlist, choose one. We have a Pisces playlist and many others. Choose a playlist, put it on autoplay, and have it on as background noise. You can, while you're doing your daily chores, you can even do this while you sleep because watch hours are everything to help a channel grow. So thank you so much if you choose to do that. Um, I'm assuming that this is your sun sign that you're watching. What you may not realize is that your moon, rising, and north node signs are also just as important to watch, to follow. Um, if you don't know what those are, you can easily find out for free online by Googling calculate my blank sign, find out what they are, and come back to the Healing Grasshopper channel and watch the corresponding videos. Shout out to all of my viewers, my English speaking viewers, US, UK, Canada, Australia. I see you in my analytics, and I'm always blown away seeing you guys there. The other thing that blows me away are my non-English speakers, my Spanish speakers, Portuguese speakers. Um, I have Filipino and Indian as well. I'm speechless when I see this in my analytics. I am so grateful that you choose to stick with me. I love it. I did get a comment last month um from an Indian person asking me to dub my videos in Hindi, which is a fantastic idea. But the thing is that it's very, very expensive. So what I propose is you stick with this channel, please help it grow, and we will get there together. Um, so I thank you for your support. I will I will speak to you guys soon. Love, light, and many blessings.